Gra 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 gra. Skippity dum ba ba ba.
Bing bong.
How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay, as they say. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Who says that? Name the guy who says that without looking it up.
I'm going to look it up right now. I don't remember.
It's Central C. I'll save you the typing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It's fucked up that you didn't know that.
It's such a bar,
You can't make a reference if you don't know the reference. That's just...
Why not?
That's piss poor planning.
Yeah, it is.
It's PPP.
I didn't plan on doing
song.
that, but then we just started going, ba, ba, skra, puh. And I was like, oh, this would fit so well.
You start it. You start everything. You're like fire starter.
I'm like the Duraflame log, dude.
That is you. You're so durable. You keep the flame going.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'm like water.
What's the science behind that? They just make logs.
What?
That...
Duraflame log? It's not made out of wood.
Hold on. That's not wood?
No. I don't know what it is, but it's dead. No way. It's wood.
Like some kind of like fucked up microplastic that we're getting in, like it like crawls in through your eyes and then you have cancer 20 years later. It's like one of those things.
Okay, so I guess I sort of lied. It's made of sawdust, mostly.
Okay, so that's
kind of interesting.
Just wood.
Well, sawdust doesn't necessarily have to specifically come from wood, but yeah.
Well, it doesn't come from a saw. It's a bit of a misnomer in that sense.
No, it does come. It's called sawdust. It's not called wood dust. It's called sawdust.
Well, it doesn't come from the saw. It's the product of the saw.
No, I know, but you can cut more than just wood with a saw, so it could be like something else.
What else are you cutting with a saw? That's not wood.
You can cut metal with a saw.
Don't you use fucking like lava for that or some shit?
No. I feel like most people don't have access to lava. I mean, you can't cut like, titanium or like steel, but you could cut like aluminum with a saw pretty easily.
But okay, if you're making like steel beams that go in a skyscraper,
yeah, you'd use lava.
How do you cut that?
Lava, mostly.
Yeah. No, lava. That makes sense.
You know how like you can like super like pressurize water so it can like cut through diamonds and shit? They do that, but with like lava.
Yeah, and then after you cut some diamonds, you clean your driveway.
Yep, you do. One and the same.
The natural progression.
The natural order and law. Speaking of natural progression and natural order, I have not fulfilled my bet yet of finishing the entire series of Fullmetal Alchemist.
It's not February. You got another
month.
month.
It's not February. I am on episode 29. And 19 of those episodes have been watched in the last 2 days.
That's crazy. But congrats or whatever.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I put it down last night as I was going to bed, and I need to talk about this because I need to know if you have this same phenomenon happen to you.
Okay.
And I was like, well, it's time to go to bed. And so then I put down my phone and I read for like 10, 15 minutes because I was like, okay, I need to like de-escalate my brain from...
Are you fucking 55?
Yes.
You have
anyway,
a Kindle?
So no, I don't have a fucking Kindle.
But what? No, I want to. Are you on like your laptop? Is it like an actual book? Dead ass.
Like a book.
That's crazy.
What? Whatever. Okay.
You're gonna be one of those guys like in your office. You have a bookshelf of books, but you've actually read them.
I've never read any of them. Yeah. No, that will be me. Well, I only do it from time to time because like if I sit on my phone and I'm like. And then I go to bed, I'm not going to fucking fall asleep because...
Why? That's what I do.
That's crazy.
Is it that hard?
Yes. Sometimes. I don't know. But so I was like, oh, okay, like I'm going to read for a little bit so my brain can like chill a little bit. And then I'm going to go to bed. And then I didn't fall asleep for 2 hours. Like I just sat, like my mind was just so active. I was
saying before the podcast, you got to take some time for yourself. Your brain is so active. It's like you're on ketamine, but all the time.
I am on ketamine all the time. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe you got to watch John Mulaney's most recent special. He'll get you.
Dude, why does he look worse?
Now?
Yes. Like,
Wait,
I'm not
I
trying to be
mean-
an asshole, but like John Mulaney, after he got off of drugs, has aged like 25 years.
Maybe that's just because the bankers on Wall Street figured it out. I don't know. Like
They just knew.
they knew cocaine. It helps you actually.
No, I'm not encouraging that.
It helps you.
I don't do ketamine. It's a joke, unfortunately.
Have you seen that game, Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine?
On ketamine and fucking dies.
And the speed run world record is like 10 seconds or something.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
I only know about it because I watched Moist Critical and I love him.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about it on stream like the other day.
You know what else he was talking about earlier was do you know Will?
Is this gonna be a joke or is this like a serious thing? Who's Will?
This is
Who's Will, Jackson?
he's nuts. I got him, dude. No, Steamboat Willie.
That's not okay. So that's not. Yeah, I know who
It's your
Steamboat
pal
Willie
Will,
is.
you know?
We should talk about this actually.
We should make a movie.
With Steamboat Willie in it.
Yeah, but it's like oh no. I take it all back. We should make
Okay.
it's a porn video
What?
with Steamboat Willie.
I don't like that. I don't.
Why
wanna
don't
do
you
that.
like it?
I just don't want to do it.
Can you think about how many views it will get?
It would get a lot.
You know how like Pornhub they release
Ugh.
like their most searched categories at the end
It
of
would
like,
be
every
Steamboat
year.
Willie.
I'm thinking if you see Steamboat Willie up there in
He's already got
December
Willie in the name.
2024, this is what I'm
They don't
saying. It's an insane parody, right?
It. I hate that you're like maybe getting me to think about this a little bit.
That's what I strive to do in my everyday. I just want you to think about things.
Yeah, I mean, I think about a lot of things. That's why I didn't fall asleep for 2.5 hours last night.
Yeah.
2 hours last night.
Well, you were doing the thing where it was like, oh, damn, I've been in my bed for so long. I have to get to sleep. I'm not going to get a full night's sleep. So then you're like, how do I pretend to sleep? And then you like get inside your own head. You start meta thinking. And
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like,
it's awful.
And you're like, I'm just going to pretend to be asleep already. But that never works.
I'll trick myself. It's never worked.
It's never worked. It just doesn't. No, it
I'm
doesn't
not
work
that
like
easily fooled.
Yeah.
Which is a damn shame.
But anyway, so to bring people up to speed, Steamboat Willie, the earliest version of Mickey Mouse, has
Mickey
gone
Mouse.
into public domain because they were unsuccessful in extending the copyright law by lobbying the U.S. government for like the 4th time in a row.
Honestly, that's so big, though. I mean, I can't believe that it took 4 times.
Yeah.
Or
So I just made the number up. I don't know.
No,
if it's
I know,
actually
but
4
it's
times.
it's been like a significant amount of time. It's not the first time. How
Yeah.
about that? And I don't think it's the second either. But like most of copyright law has changed solely because of like Disney.
It's literally just Disney. Yeah.
It's just them. Everyone else is like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no one else really cares. Stephen King is like, fuck it, bro. I'm like
He's like,
105. Who cares?
NASA's
But Walt
like,
Disney, his
yeah,
fucking
you can use our logo for whatever you want.
Walt Disney's frozen brain is still making the decisions at the helm of the company.
Honestly, I don't think Walt Disney would give a fuck.
Did you hear the it's like a conspiracy theory that like the reason the movie Frozen was named or the reason the movie Frozen was named Frozen is because Disney wanted to take away search results from people searching about Walt Disney's Frozen head. So now when you
serious?
Google Disney Frozen, you get the movie instead of the guy.
Walt Disney Frozen head. I feel like, first of all, I don't. Okay, maybe that is true, but there's no way they came up with a whole movie like about an ice theme just so they could be like, yeah, we want people to look up Disney Frozen.
Yeah. Did you also see how like the entire movie of Frozen is like plagiarized from like this Japanese movie, which is like the exact same story?
I mean, all of the works that Disney has done are sort of just like plagiarism.
That's true,
of
because I
old
came up with the
fairy
Lion
tales.
King.
No, you fucking didn't.
I have been saying this for years, and it's
We
time
weren't
to
even
break my
fucking
silence.
alive when they made the original one. It wasn't you.
That's not true. I made it, dude. I'm actually. How old is the Lion King? It's an old ass movie.
Yep.
I was. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna win on that front. But,
I mean, I would support you. You're just gonna get shut down. You know?
but anyway, circling back, Steamboat Willie is in the public domain now, which means people can use it for money-making purposes.
Yeah, they can use it for anything now.
I mean, anything, but specifically money-making purposes.
Yeah.
Which is why there's a horror game that's being made, and that one is big.
It's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah. I forget. I saw a bunch of stuff on Twitter about it, but people are going buck wild with it, and I'm excited to see the first. Like, seriously, I don't know a porn company, and I'm not just like pretending for the bit. I couldn't name one.
Pornhub.
Okay, but I like a directing company. I mean, like a company that hires people and does the shoots and has like a director, because they have directors for some reason for those.
That's crazy.
I feel like you don't need that, but I don't know.
Who are we to say? Who are we to judge?
But if there's a porn company out there and they're listening to this podcast, I feel like there are some opportunities out there for you, and you can give us a 5% royalty on all Blu-rays that you sell of that.
10, please.
10%.
Oh, of all is this like a major studio?
I don't know. Do they still make like physical media porn videos? Because that's crazy if true. Like,
I feel
I mean, they still make Blu-rays of movies,
Yeah, and that's still crazy
for
too.
all 5 people that have a Blu-ray player.
No. I can see the appeal. I was talking to my friend Ethan about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well, like I have all the Spider-Verse movies on Blu-ray because now I don't have to fucking worry about what streaming service they're gonna be on."
Yeah, it's
and
true.
also inevitably, 50 years from now, when we move on to whatever the fuck is gonna be next in entertainment, then as long as he still keeps a DVD player around, he can just watch them whenever he wants.
Yeah.
So I can get the appeal. And also, like, for anime and stuff, I feel like a lot of the time they go back and they'll redo a lot of the scenes, or they'll make the resolution a little higher or whatever.
I mean, anime is tough specifically because it's like some of that stuff is kind of lost to time to some extent. Like the older shows specifically, you could only, like some of them you could only get on fucking VHS if you go to your local library and you're lucky enough. Like my old roommate's favorite anime, like my first roommate freshman year, his favorite anime is, I forget the name of it, but you can't find it on.
Oh yeah, I remember you
services.
talking about how much of like a snob he is.
Yeah, he's a big snob.
He's like, you wouldn't get it because it was written in it was actually the first anime ever written in 1890, and
1890.
Yep, before they invented film.
What anime was that about? Or what was that story about? I would love to watch an anime made in 1890.
It was about like the World's Fair or some shit.
The Wright brothers make a guest appearance.
Yeah. They're like a main protagonist in the show.
But his favorite anime, you can't get it anywhere, basically. Not even on 123movies.xyz. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate. Why would it? No offense to this guy. Why would you pick that? Not pick that. I guess if you just really enjoyed it, then like.
It's probably good. I've heard good things about it. I haven't watched it. I feel like I owe it to myself to watch it at some point now because I've brought it up so many times. But
do you know what it's called?
I have it written down somewhere.
Well, maybe you'll find it someday.
Maybe one day. But I haven't been watching movies or shows or much of anything lately. I don't know why. I'm just on my actually doing shit shit.
No, that's good. I'm just on all of the work that I do is incredibly time consuming, so I sometimes get bored of just like endlessly staring into the void while I work, so I'll like throw on a show while I work.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
that's why I was able to watch all of Black Clover in like 2.5 months.
I mean, one of my favorite shows that I put on is called Lo-Fi Girl. It's kind of this like neo-dystopian kind of,
Yeah.
commentary on the state of capitalism and society. You get it. But anyway.
Yeah, the economy and the music industry and kind of how, all of those things intertwine into one.
And gambling and how gambling
tree.
is ruining the world.
Really
hey,
good.
did you see, have you seen any of these clips that are like every ball is $3,000? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, of like XQC and shit?
Yeah. It's like XQC. Yes. Or I saw one of
I've only seen the ones of him.
Okay. There's this other guy called Los Pollos who had a big clip. He like won $3 million or whatever. But it's like for the audio listeners, it's like a pachinko machine.
Yeah.
And they just drop balls, and every ball is $3,000. And there's clips of XQC, and he just fucking spams it. And there's this one clip where he was just spamming. The clip is like 30 seconds long. He just spams the red ball. Every ball is $3,000. And he burns through like $500,000 in this 30-second clip. It's
actually
wild.
Yeah, it's actually one of the craziest things ever to watch.
It's insane. Like, I don't understand how... And then he has no reaction at the end. He's like, okay, we're moving on, guys. Like,
I don't understand how... Like, how did he get that contract? Because now he can just do whatever the fuck he wants.
He is quite literally the LeBron James of what he does.
Which is crazy, because he's not even that good at it. He doesn't really put, like, a lot of effort into his content, and I personally don't really find him to be that interesting.
Well, no, he's said that he openly doesn't put that much effort into his content because he says, see, you can be like me and do it. He's like, see, like... Or his thinking is like, you can be a role model for other people in a successful way without putting a lot of money towards
doing anything.
You don't need the $8,000 PC. You don't need the XLR microphone. You don't need like
I mean, I can respect that.
A
100%.
Nikon 1080p KK47 camera, 4K, 6 consoles, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can respect that for sure.
He's wrong, but, congrats or whatever.
I feel like he just got kind of like lucky.
I feel like all of the people that have that mentality on YouTube and Twitch and things like that, they're all just old heads. Like, they're grandfathered in, right? Like, all the people, like if you think about all the people who have been doing it for the longest, who have low production value, it's all people who have been doing it for like 8,000 years. It's like XQC,
I mean, I remember back in like the
Tyler 1,
the Shing Dynasty when XQC started streaming,
right?
And he had like the rock and like the pebble setup, and like from there to now,
yeah,
like, his production
he didn't get a wheel until way after everyone had a wheel.
So long.
Yeah. But like Tyler 1 has been rocking the headset mic forever. And then I think at some point he probably just realized that's like his brand. So he just kind of has
that
to
it's just like him because he's
that.
got like the dent in his head.
But then there's the new guy that I only became aware of recently, Dante's.
I was just going to talk about Dante's.
It's just Tyler 1, but again.
Yeah.
Tyler 1 2 Electric Boogaloo, if you will.
I like him a little bit better than Tyler 1, though.
I do, because it feels like he has a personality. Sorry, Tyler 1.
Yeah, no, he doesn't, which is tough.
I mean, look, if you're still watching League of Legends in 2024, you're not watching this podcast. It doesn't matter. We can make fun of you.
Yeah.
You've got other problems on your hands, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. But no,
I mean,
like,
League is big for a reason.
Like, you ever go back and watch like the old YouTube videos, or like
every
videos
once in a while.
older from your favorite channels or
Yeah.
whatever. You go back and the production values just like absolute dog shit.
Yeah. But a lot of the time, those videos are still like pretty decent. I
Like
feel
now, you don't see shitty videos blowing up like that anymore, right? Like it's always
No.
people with high quality stuff. They put a lot of money into it, or at least some effort and time.
Yeah, it's got to be like some money.
Because now, right, like if you're trying to get into the content creation game, your video appears next to all the other people who are already doing the no production value, and you're not funnier than them. You're just not.
That's
I
the name
mean,
of the game.
you know, the other thing is like, this is like a big thing if you're like a Let's Player. It's like, if a new game comes out, you're just going to watch the guy you know. You're not going to click on a new guy
Right.
most of the time.
Yeah, unless for some reason that new guy is just so good. But it's like, how would you hear about that new person in the first place if you're just going to go to same guy that you already trust?
Yeah. So it's
like buying a car, you know? It's just brand loyalty.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like you go to the grocery store, you know, and you see, you go to the cereal aisle, and it's all fucking bright colors, and you're like, I don't know, fuck it, I'll just get, you know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It doesn't, like, it's
a classic.
It's the good one. It's the one I like. It's always been there for me.
Right.
Even at 1 a.m., it's still in the cabinet. And, you know, you don't gotta try fucking Special K strawberry flavor or whatever it is.
Yeah, super deluxe.
That shit, it's probably better for you, but it also sucks ass. So, like, you know.
Yeah, and it's not fun.
What's wrong with Old Reliable?
It's got too much fiber.
A lot of fiber. Yeah, you don't
I'm
want
trying to
that
shit
for
my
your
pants
breakfast.
after I eat cereal.
You want protein.
Which, again, cereal, no.
150
still.
grams of protein.
I don't think Cinnamon Toast Crunch has any protein in it.
You know what's fucked up? This and look, I don't go to the gym. I just want to preface with that. So I don't understand the culture, okay?
Yeah.
Protein powder, where these guys, they make like protein shakes.
Yeah.
Or like pre-workout. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It is crazy.
You're a gym guy. Can you explain to me why people think they put fucking diet cocaine in their strawberry milkshake? They get stronger for a little bit?
No, they do. So there's this thing called body dysmorphia.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people, like when you go to the gym, like there's really only so much that you can do. I don't really know because I go to the gym, but like I don't really go to the gym like that much.
No, I know.
I go more than like your average Joe, but I'm not like a meathead.
Yeah, yeah.
But like based on what I know, it's like I don't know. I mean, there's apparently just like only so much strength that you can attain from just like, you know, eating well and sleeping enough and whatever. And people are like, oh, well, I've reached like my body's natural maximum. So they either start like drinking like a shit ton of protein powder and taking pre-workout so that they can lift more. Like there's just chemicals in pre-workout. Sometimes caffeine, but like things similar to caffeine that are just like stimulants that make you feel like, ugh. I tried it once before I ran cross country, and I don't remember the chemicals, beta alanine, I think it's called, but I literally like it made my skin like itch.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I felt like I could feel every individual bead of sweat like coming out of my body. It was wild.
You look like Deku after one punch.
No, I looked the same. I did run a little faster, but it was not worth it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's just like people are striving to, be their best selves, and I feel like that becomes sort of a little bit fucked up, and then you're like, oh well, like I'm as strong as I can be. Time to just start doing like tren.
Yeah. But why? What is wrong with being as strong as you can be? Am I stupid?
Because you could be stronger. There's always going to be. It's literally just like a competition, like comparing yourself to other people thing. It's just like that guy's bigger than me. It's like the whole like social media, like comparison is the thief of joy, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
You see someone else and you're like, wait, I want to do that.
I don't. It's just like you go to the gym and then, like, let's say, no protein powder, no coffee, none of that or whatever. You're benching 225 on the bench. It's like, who cares, man?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's like really good. Well, and it depends on what you work out for. Like some people work out like for their health and they actually like stretch and they,
some
like,
people
lift
just
weights,
want to
but
be
that's
like fit, which is chill.
Yeah, that's like all they do. But I feel like now the gym has become like it's like how much weight can I lift and have the least amount of like fat that I possibly can. Like I want to look like I live in fucking what's that show? Baki. I want to look like I'm from Baki. Like a lot of people I feel like have that mindset now.
I feel like, and maybe this is my video game brain, okay? I don't go to the gym. I gotta preface again, but like, I feel like you're looking at the dumbbell rack, okay? And you're like,
right.
I think people internalize it, and that's like the ranks. You know what I mean? It's like 10 pounds is bronze, 20 pounds is silver, right? I'm trying to get to grandmaster.
Yeah, right. No, but it's like people are like, wouldn't it like in a video game? It's like, oh, if I just practice, eventually, like I will probably get better.
Yeah.
But I guess it's kind of the same thing because you and I have been stuck in like silver and gold forever, and eventually we'll get to plat if we keep playing. Maybe.
Here's the secret on why we're stuck in gold in Valorant. Okay, one is I'm stuck there because if I actually cared to get better, I would outpace you immediately, and we wouldn't be able to play ranked together. And I don't want to do that.
All right, whatever, man.
The same thing would happen. It happened in Splatoon. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you were way better than me in Splatoon, and then I was like, I gotta be as good as him. And then I got way better, and then we stopped playing, and I was sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I found other friends, but it's not the same.
Man, I didn't know that. I would have kept playing Splatoon with you.
And then we played Rocket League. And Rocket League, you were way better than me, so I was like, holy shit, I gotta get better. Anytime I started putting in hours, I would get ahead of you. So I stopped playing just so we could be at the same rank, because that was more fun.
So you're just better than me, is what you're saying?
Yes. It's not that I'm better.
No, not in like an ego way, just like in a...
No, it's not even...
You probably are better at Valorant than me.
It's
like
not
baseline.
Better in the sense that like I'm literally better at every aspect of the game than you. I think it's just I have an ability to recognize my faults and the areas where I need to improve, and I understand how to practice to improve those different areas.
That's a really good skill to have.
I mean, it was the same thing when I was doing Splatoon competitively. Like my practice regiment was like, okay, today we're going to solo queue for like 2 hours. And I'm like, maybe I was struggling with like dying a lot or whatever. So I was just going to play ranked, and who cares about whether you win or lose? I was just like, just die the least that you can. And that's just how I practice stuff. But, I mean, it's a kind of similar thing with Valorant. It's interesting because I feel like a lot of the same principles from Splatoon carry over to Valorant, which is why there's a lot of pro Splatoon players who are just like radiant in Valorant, and
what the fuck?
They don't even play the game at all.
That's crazy.
Shout out, I think Soren is radiant. Shout out Soren. But
goated.
And then Erza is he was a pro Fortnite player for a little bit. But anyway.
Wild. That's so crazy.
And they were on the same team. But anyway, I think it's just I just understand what I need to do to get better. Like if I put in actual hours at Valorant, I think I would outpace you really quickly.
Very quickly, yeah. Because
that's just how I am with every game, and that's not me trying to be like I'm better than you. No, just that's how my brain works.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
Get
that was the sound of my feelings getting hurt.
Yeah.
For all of you audio listeners. No, I don't fucking care. But I mean, I feel like I could be in a similar position. Like I have played video games my entire life, and I will probably never stop.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, unfortunately, I have picked a college major where I have to spend like minimum like outside of class. I'm gonna say 3 to 4
years.
hours. 3 to 4 hours like minimum per day when I'm not in class from like 9 a.m. to let's say 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Like doing work for those classes, which is just so ass. Like it's like last night when I was like, oh, I can't fall asleep. It's not that like I don't want to take time for myself. It's just that like sometimes I just don't feel like
you
I
just
have time.
can't, and it's tough.
I played Valorant by myself yesterday while you were at the concert. Sorry. I hope you had fun. We should talk about that. And I won 3 matches in a row, and I match MVP'd the first 2 matches.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it was like, so I feel like if I really had the time and I really wanted to put the effort in, like I could do it. But I don't.
It is just time and I mean, it sucks in Valorant because it is just if you fall behind or outpace other people, you just can't play in ranked with them. And if you can't play ranked, you're not playing the game at all because fuck casual.
Because fuck casual. The only time I played is with my
ass.
girlfriend. It's crazy too. I played with Tina like 2 days ago, and she was like, "Yeah, we've been playing a lot of Fortnite. Let's play Valorant." And I was like, "Okay, if you want." And I think I went like 33-6 the first match that we played, and I was like, "Yeah, this is kind of sick." But it's just like it's so easy. It's like
it's not fair. It's just not.
No one's talking.
And then sometimes you get fucking Tens shows up and he's recording a YouTube video. It's like fuck
and
me,
I get
dude. This
shit
is fun.
on.
He's doing the classic to Radiant challenge, dude. It's fucked up, bro. He
headshots me like twice immediately from like 100 meters away. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, bro. He's just, like you're trying your hardest and he's just in fucking Yodi land. Like he's not even thinking.
That video was so sick.
You like fulcrum. Yeah.
I do like fulcrum.
I showed you a bit of my soul in that.
Like I could never do what he does, but it's only because I'm a little pussy bitch boy. It's not that I don't respect it.
You couldn't do Man on the Street? Or, I mean, it goes...
What is that?
One step further than Man on the Street is like those TikTok videos where you have the microphone and you're like,
oh, no,
you could win $5 if you name the artist.
I could do that, yeah.
No, but you couldn't go one step further than that. You couldn't be annoying to people in public.
No, I mean, I could do that. I just, like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's like if I saw someone doing that, I'd be like, I don't like you.
Yeah. But you'll never see
like,
those people again.
Yeah, I mean, you won't. But, I just don't want to be a nuisance.
But I don't think he was a nuisance.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I liked his video. Like, he wasn't rude or anything. Like, he wasn't, like, it's like that. There was this girl on fucking, I think she was on TikTok, and she went viral because she was like, hey, guys, welcome back to another prank video. She would just walk up to people, like, in a store and, like, take items out of their shopping cart and be like, can I have this? And then they would be like, no, I was going to buy that.
That's
and then
wild.
she'd be like, oh, okay, but I really want it. And do that for, like, 5 minutes. And then throw the item on the ground and walk away. Like, that's just, like, scum of the earth, like, despicable human behavior. I just think that's really lame.
Did you see...
It's not even a good prank. It's just annoying.
Fulcrum is the best kind of side of that content. I feel like he's just positive. He's like, "What's up, guys? I hope you're doing your best.
We're in Yodi land.
We're
I love you all.
Shit
Thank you for the support."
Arby's bathroom,
in the Marshalls. Yeah. Hey, lady, do you want to hit? Oh, okay, all right. Have a nice day.
He's like clearly doing stuff for content, but he's not like going out of his way to torture people like Mr. Beast.
Can you imagine walking into your job one day and then Mr. Beast there's like, hey guys, we set up Squid Game inside of this mall.
Yeah.
And then you're like, dude, I just want to go to fucking PacSun and finish my 6-hour shift.
I would hate to work at PacSun, dude.
Yeah, me too. That'd be miserable.
God. Did you see the video? It's like a TikTok of it's like a girl our age probably. And she goes into Walmart and she's like, today I'm working a Walmart shift for 9 hours and they're not going to pay me. And she just goes in and she like stocks shelves and like records it for some reason.
That's crazy.
And then at the end of the video, she's like, today was the best day ever. I worked 9 hours for free at Walmart. It's like, what?
That's crazy, dude.
Also, she was sponsored to do it, but people who watch the video wouldn't know that because it's not mentioned in the video. It's only mentioned in the description. So that's why she did it, just to put that out there.
Yeah, right. It's like, that's what, like, I do things out of the kindness of my heart, like, all the time. But, like, work?
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not doing it because, like, I just need to get paid to, like, live. I need to eat, and food costs money.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is. I'm not doing it because I'm being greedy. It's just, like, you know. It's like I was talking earlier with my girlfriend about, like, internships and stuff. And she was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this internship where, like, you know, I get paid $15 an hour. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, I deserve more money than that.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be selfish. It's just like the skill set that I have. I made $18 an hour at my other internship, and then I trained a guy who got paid $50 an hour to do the exact same job that I was just doing.
Yep.
And the only difference is that he had graduated, which I get. Like, I am not going to be making $50 an hour, but, like, 18 is great. I would love 20. 20 would be great. Higher than that would be even cooler. But, like, you know, I'm putting in all this work and spending all this money to get this degree and learn these things. Like, I feel like it's fair to want to be compensated for those things.
Yeah.
So, shout out to that girl, I guess.
No, don't shout out to this girl.
No?
It's fucked up capitalism core. That's what it is. Because she just she pretends that working at Walmart is, like, fun.
Yeah, and it sucks.
Like, she's just cheery about it. And it's also, like, it's, like, demeaning to people that actually have to work at Walmart.
Yeah, to, like, make a living.
Yeah. It's stupid. She's like, I have so much fun working at Walmart when she's only working there so she can shout up the fucking, you know, like, cup sponsorship that she had or whatever. I don't remember what it was.
Her name is Madison.
Yeah, fuck you, Madison. It's ridiculous.
Her TikTok is just Madison.
I mean, that's real. You gotta hand it to that one.
Oh. Is her account still up?
I don't know.
Her profile picture is also just an otter, which is, like, kind of sick.
But it just sucks. It's like, what is the point of this video?
Yeah, I don't know. She also has a video working at Kroger for free. And then there's also just a video next to it where it just says, riding the bus for as long as I can. And she's just sitting on the bus until they make her get off.
I guess the difference is, like, she's doing Mr. Beast video, but she doesn't have Mr. Beast angle, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If Mr. Beast was doing riding on the bus for as long as I can, it would be like, at the end, they give the bus driver $10,000 and a key to a house.
Right.
And they locked it in with a 3% interest rate on the loan. But,
which is kind of goated.
You know.
Ow.
I don't know. I guess the moral on the story is, like, don't be on TikTok, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. People are like, hey, have you seen this thing on TikTok? And I'm like, no, dude.
Yeah.
I only have TikTok so that when people send me TikToks, I can open it and it'll actually work.
You see, I haven't done that yet.
Well, so I had deleted it for a really, really long time, and I, like, didn't have the app. But I was just like, dude, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like, this is so
honestly
exhausting. You
know what? And maybe this is a hot take, okay? Fuck people sending me videos, okay? Because now,
no.
when like, Zach will send me videos on Instagram.
It's not a hot take, but I disagree.
Zach will, like, send me videos on Instagram, and they're always funny videos. Zach and I, we have a very similar sense of humor. He's a funny guy. I trust the content that he puts in front of my face because he knows me as a person, okay?
Right.
But now, because he sent me a video, I have this kind of unmentioned pressure to, like, respond in some way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And I hate that. I don't want that anymore. Okay, we don't need to, and to be honest, Zach and I have the exact same Instagram feed. It's not, I haven't seen his feed, but 100% we do, okay? Because
it's pretty similar.
There's one time where we sent each other the exact same video within, like, a 10-minute interval of time.
That's crazy.
And it's
They
like,
got you, man.
I don't need to do this anymore, man. We see the same shit.
We see the same shit. You don't got to send me this. I've already seen it.
So I've just stopped responding to people, so they stopped sending me stuff. And now, you know what? We all just see what we want to see anyway, okay? You're going to see shit that you want to see, and I'm going to see shit that I want to see. And honestly, I don't want to see anything anymore. I don't even open Instagram that much.
Yeah, dude,
I've only
so
posted
great.
like one story in the past like 2 weeks.
Yeah, was it the one from today?
Yeah.
It was so good.
But anyway,
I caved. I did re-download Instagram,
Yeah.
but I will vouch for myself. I think it was for a valid reason. It was literally just so that my my Knowlton mentor, which is my architecture mentor, he was like, I want to send you memes, and I don't want to feel like an old person sending them over text. And I was like, okay.
hold
goated,
on,
dude.
hold on. This guy, he came up to you. He said, "Henry, I would
he texted
I
me.
would like to send you memes."
No. This was like, I mean, I've known him for like a while.
This
we
is
meet
the,
and
this
we
is
talk
the
about.
unmentioned pressure I was talking about.
Well, I guess, but now he can send them to me, and like I can just send him memes back if I want to. Like I don't have to like respond to his texts, like because he'll send me. Get this, I love my mentor. Shout out to my man Brett. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how old he is. He's very young. But he has graduated from undergrad and grad school, and like double majored in grad school, and he sends me Reggie Rock memes, and I think they're so awesome. Well, because it's like I'm supposed to be getting together with this guy to have like business lunches and shit, so we can like talk about my career through this like program offered at my school.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, no, your portfolio looks really, really good. Want to see this meme about Reggie Rock?" And it's so sick.
See, this is fun. I do not want this kind of relationship with people. I want you to actually fucking talk to me like a real person.
See,
It's
I'm
like
with
fine
you there.
if we can relate over this is why people watch TV
Yeah.
shows. You know what I mean? We can both, you know, new episodes on Thursday. We go into the office on Friday. Hey, did you see the new fucking The Wire episode? Yeah, man, it was great. We could talk about that a little bit. Okay, we can bond in that way. You don't need to send me a 5-second clip of fucking like a kid flying off of one of those like teeter-totter kind of things. I don't need to see that. I'm sure it's a funny clip. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It's
And
like
while we're on this texting thing, okay, there needs to be like a college class or like a high school class. Everyone should learn this. There needs to be like group chat etiquette, okay?
Oh my god, dude.
If you're sending videos in the group chat,
No, you're out.
you bet your ass, like, the only way you're not out is, like, if it's the best video everyone has ever seen in their life.
And it won't be.
And the odds of that are 0, 100%.
No, it's not that. It's not 0, but it's pretty damn close.
It's 0. It's 0, dude. And there's always going to be that one person later who you see them in real life, and they're like, "Did you see that fucking Brett sent that video? I hated that video, bro. Why does he send shit in the group? I hate that group chat, bro." There's always that one person, right?
Yeah.
Who's trying to sow the seeds of ruin.
Deceit and hate.
Yeah. But it's just like people don't know how to behave in group chats anymore. Also, if you're just sending one word in the group chat,
Get the fuck out.
maybe just consider a different career. I don't know.
I actually think that's so respectable, dude. It's being in group chats fucking sucks, because then someone will say something and it's like what you said, like one word responses. Like people will just like text like one word, like bap, 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 bap,
Yeah,
like
we don't
over
need to
and
do
over
it.
and
You could just leave a thumbs up on the first
over.
message.
Yeah, right.
We don't have to go into this whole thing making the scroll a lot longer when you like miss 90 messages for some reason. Even though the group chat is never active ever, but this one time that you were busy for like 20 minutes, now you have to read a fucking Shakespeare play.
Right. And it's like, I don't really want to catch up. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. And your one friend is like a little drunk, so it's like hard to read some of the message. You have to like kind of think about like is that word like or looks? I don't.
Yeah, and it's like every word, every A is replaced with a letter P, and like you can't fucking tell what
There's
anything
no
is supposed to say.
grammar. The capitalization is all over the place.
Nope.
Periods are not a thing that people think about.
Oh no, never.
Yeah, it's just annoying, man.
I do think it's weird that some people see that as like a red flag. Like if you text with like correct grammar, people are like, "Oh, that's weird."
People who talk about red flags are a red flag.
I don't think the truer words have maybe ever been said in my whole
Drop a
fucking life.
+2 in the comments down below if you agree.
But it's just like if you're really fucking worried about that, then like you're not like you're not thinking about it. You're just not.
Well, the issue is people are thinking about it, I think.
So many people don't. Yeah, but they're thinking about it, but they're not thinking about like the significance or what that like for example, I had a really good talk with my mom over winter break, and I realized that I was like, damn, I was like, she was like, usually every like
why are you
negative,
laughing?
and I'm not laughing, I'm just snickering. But like a lot of things, like if something is going on in your life that you want to change, and it has to do with like your relationship with another person, like it's almost always, like, dude, you look so sick right now. That's the thumbnail for sure.
No, it's not.
It's almost always like you have to change something on your end, and then that like someone else also has to change something on their end. And as much as I really want to believe that my sister, who's never going to watch this podcast, so I'm just going to out it. As much as my sister does things that annoy me sometimes, if I don't change my perspective to try and have a better relationship with my sister, it's never going to happen anyway.
Right.
But it works like that with every relationship you've ever had. Like, if you're like, oh, well, like, I see this huge red flag. Like, why are you spending all your time fucking thinking about people's red flags? Like, what do you, like, go do something. Get a hobby.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, get a job. Like, do something.
I mean, my view on it is always, like relationships with other people. And I'm not even talking, like, strictly romantic, just in general.
Yeah, just in general.
They should be not, like, easy, but, like, you shouldn't have to be, like, you know, posting your experiences on a subreddit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You should just
it's
be
like,
this.
Me,
this
19F, and my boyfriend, 42M.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, big crazy start right there.
Crazy start, but they're legal, so let's hear them out.
No, okay. We've definitely already talked about this before. But
yeah.
People are fucking disgusting, man. It's like when someone like some girl like turns 18, then everyone is like, yes, finally, and they're all like 40 plus.
What?
No, like on social media and stuff, when like people would be like, oh, like I don't know if you ever scrolled in like
you're saying like a girl will
like
be
online.
like, it's my birthday, happy birthday to me. They'll make a birthday post, and then all the comments are from like their uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like, oh, you look so beautiful, sweetheart. But then it's like also all of like the uncle's friends, and it's like,
oh
weird.
yeah, because it's like, yeah, it's recommended to all of the people the uncle.
It's just
follow.
like generally, I feel like now that obviously the internet is like a very widespread popular thing. It's like, or like so, like I don't know, like famous internet personalities, we'll say, would maybe be a good way of putting this. Of like people who are like younger, and then they finally like become of age, and then like if you scroll through the comments, it's just like a bunch of like 40-plus-year-old men being like, oh my god, thank god. And it's like, it's still weird. It's still weird.
I don't know what you're scrolling through, but I do not see this at all.
No, I mean, like,
and it exists 100% for sure.
It happens in real life too, though. Like, like we all know the guy, not the guy, but like, in high school, like people would date like, oh, I'm a senior and I'm like dating a freshman. It's like, that's still weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like, we're both in high school. It's like still weird.
I don't know. The dating in school thing it's like a touchy subject, because it's like, if it's like 17 and like 15 and a half, it's kind of like, whoa. But then you're also like, flash forward 30 years, they're gonna be,
it's like, oh yeah, who
they're
cares?
Gonna be 47 and 45, so it's
right.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I feel like it like depends on when you get together. Like my parents had like a 7-year age gap, but they met when they were like fucking 25 and 32, which is still odd, but not as bad.
Sure. I mean, it's weirder when you're like being a kid, and it being weird is like understandable because like, you know, you just go through so many different changes in that period of time. It's just odd because it's like by the time you get to that like 20-year mark, it's like you're not even similar people, but like even like a year and a half later, you're like not even the same remotely. Yeah. Or I guess some people never change, but you know.
Some people do just stay the same forever.
Yeah, forever.
Which is unfortunate.
Speaking of that, you wanted to talk about incest, I remember. I have it here on the topics list.
Yep, I sure did.
What did you want to say about that?
What is the incest game that you were talking about before
I
the podcast?
wasn't talking about it. You were insisting that I put it on the topics list.
You're making shit up. This did not happen.
I'm not making anything up. Why would I lie to the viewer? And if you're a viewer, ask yourself, would I lie to you?
Answer yes. The answer is yes. You would lie.
No, I just made a reference. The name of the game is The Coffin of Andy and Laylee. This is old news at this point, okay? There's already...
Well, that's why I was confused.
There's already a subreddit with 30,000 members in it, okay? But
well, because I was like, I've never heard of this game. Like, what the fuck is this?
It's just a game where there are two main characters. They're brother and sister. They're siblings. Well, what did you think I was gonna? It's I called it the incest game, man.
Just carry on. Keep going.
They're brothers and sisters. The game is, and you know, people who know of the game are gonna come at me and say, you know, you're capping. But the game is not about incest, even though that is like the main, like that's the thing. You know how like when people talk about Evangelion. Like other people are like, oh, there's that one scene where Shinji does we don't gotta go into it, right? Like people just think about that. It's the same thing.
He cranks that soldier boy.
And it's the same thing with this game where there's one scene that like implies incest, and then that is the only thing people talk about the game. But it's also a game about cannibalism, which is a thing that you love.
That doesn't. No, it's not. What?
It has many themes. I haven't played the game. I haven't like I've seen screenshots. I haven't seen footage of the game, so I really don't know anything about it other than I've seen the memes everywhere for some reason. And there's a scene of them in bed together. But anyway. And there's also cannibalism. There's something about like Satan, and there's like sacrificial circles or something. I don't know.
No, it happens all the time.
I really don't know that much about it.
They got I
was just making
fullmetal alchemist circle.
Yeah, I was just making a joke that was not gonna be in the podcast, but you wanted to talk about it.
No, I was just curious, and I was like, hey, is this something that we should talk about on the podcast? And you were like, yep, writing down incest game. And I was like, okay, I know this is going to come back to bite me in the ass, and it did. So
this is an interesting conversation to have. Like, what do you think about, like there are, like, movies and games and books and things with, like, one moment or scene that's, like, supposed to be, like, provocative, but it wasn't, like, necessary to the overall plot, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you mean like fan service?
Sure, that could be like fan service, but there's also
but maybe like not in like a good way.
There's Shinji cranking that soldier boy in Evangelion, so it's like did they need that in there? Like, why? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like does it really aid in the storytelling, or is it just like
some people look at that and they say this movie is dumb because this doesn't make any fucking sense, and obviously this is a complete joke because like this doesn't, like, not every needle is threaded through the thread on the needle with the yarn, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure.
And I would love to know your thoughts on this.
Yeah, sure. No, I'll share my thoughts. Do you know the show The Idol, like with The Weeknd?
With The Weeknd, yeah, with Abel Tesfaye.
With Abel Tesfaye. Did you ever watch any of that show?
So I've seen clips on Twitter because people were like, this show is ass.
It's really bad. So I have not watched it, but from what I know about it, which is just watching Moist Critical videos and watching other YouTubers videos on the show,
which is basically like, you might as well have watched it.
I might as well have watched the whole damn show. That was definitely a culprit of the like insane amount of sexual scenes that definitely like weren't needed at all.
Right.
I don't know anything about the show or anyone's characters. I know that Johnny Depp's daughter is in it, and she is like sexualized a ton without the show, which is or throughout the show, which is. I feel like in some cases, like adding like like innuendos and sexual scenes, like if it helps in the storytelling and it's like two characters like being intimate with each other and
if it's like
whatever,
strengthening
then it's like,
their connection,
it's like whatever. But I feel like it has to have a purpose, and I feel like a lot of people were complaining in the show that it was just like, it kind of feels like the director just wanted 6 episodes of like, I don't remember, I think her name is Lily, is Johnny Depp's daughter, of just like Johnny Depp's daughter just like being in the nude.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay, that's kind of like
that's kind of what
I'm
talking about, like stuff that's provocative for, it feels like the only reason is to be provocative.
To be provocative and not for any sort of plot.
And I think that was also kind of the
all.
point of The Idol. Like I remember like people were hating on the show, and because I followed The Weeknd on Twitter, so he was tweeting about it, and he was like, you don't understand, all the things you're complaining about are actually fucking, that's how I wanted it to be, because I'm the fucking Weeknd and I make all the decisions. But he like wanted his character to be like a super like fucked up weird guy, and people were complaining that he's like super fucked up and weird.
Yeah, and he was like, oh well, that's exactly what I wanted. So
but just because
looks like I won,
just because that's how you want something to be portrayed doesn't mean it necessarily, one, does a good job of actually portraying it, or B, just because the way it's being interpreted is the way you wanted it, that also doesn't make it good.
Right.
So
yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't think that things need to be provocative just for the sake of like, even just like in terms of like I don't even know how to word this, but just like in terms of like mature content, like I feel like most forms of storytelling like don't really need to be like mature. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that there need to be like adult, like a gruesome or sexual themes to make like a good piece of art.
No, it's kind of the same thing where it's like some comedians swear a lot, and you don't necessarily,
but it doesn't make them
swear.
funnier.
Yeah, it doesn't make them funnier. You don't need to swear to write a good joke, and you certainly don't need to touch on difficult societal topics to make a good joke. In fact, I'd say it makes most of them bad. Dave Chappelle, but but it's like a similar thing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of, like, just to bring video games into it, is like God of War, where these just like insane scenes of fucking Kratos just like beating up women for like 30 seconds.
Is that in the game? I've never played God of War.
That
I know like who
not
Kratos
in
is.
The new ones, the older ones. Yeah.
Interesting.
And also like The Witcher. The Witcher, there's a ton of sex scenes, I think, right?
I think so.
I think
that's
so.
a
I haven't
thing.
played The Witcher. I don't know.
I haven't either. I've heard in Baldur's Gate that you can have sex with a bear, or maybe
I know
some
there's
sort of
like
animal.
a speedrun category for getting laid in The Witcher. So
That's okay. So that's kind of sick.
okay. But I mean, I guess like the more tasteful version of this is like you get to play as Mario in swim trunks in Mario Odyssey. You know what I mean? You could just do that instead of like being
Which is pretty
weird
sick.
about shit.
Yeah. People are
So
weird, man.
take
Things
that,
need to
Dave
be-
Chappelle.
Yeah.
I will
Bam.
never not stop shitting on Dave Chappelle. I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah, he's just not that funny.
Well, it's not that he's not funny.
Sometimes he does have a good joke every once in a while.
It's
but, like,
a
I feel like-
shame because Dave Chappelle is like the master of. There's no other way to put it. He's just a great storyteller. Like he has his pacing is quite literally like perfect. He has. It's just the timing. It's the way he pulls the rug out from under you.
Right.
And then he or at least he used to at the end like come out with like a message at the end of all of it. even if it was like kind of a little bit out in the risque gray zone. But now he doesn't do that. So
No.
now he just has a bone to pick with trans people for some reason, and he makes it okay by saying comedians are philosophers, and I'm just saying what we need to hear, so it's fine that my words inspired other people to go cause violence. You know,
I don't know if that makes it okay. I don't know if that's how that works.
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. Like, he's doing what he claims.
Plato wasn't like fucking kill people.
Well, you don't
Pretty
know.
much all the people throughout history that we've like heard say that, or talk about certain groups being negative for whatever reason, we regard as like mostly bad people, I would say.
Yeah, murder is bad, and I will.
Like I don't know if I'd
that.
say that like Hitler was a philosopher. He was kind of just like a psychopath.
Yeah. He just, not getting into art school is tough.
It's so hard, man. I would never know. I made it, so
yeah. I could have made it. We don't know.
Yeah, you would have.
I think
maybe he just sucked. Like, could we
Hitler?
think about that?
You think maybe Hitler just sucked?
No, I know. Yeah, duh. No shit. But like, maybe he was just a horrible artist.
Well, I did see a YouTube video being like, "These are Hitler's paintings. Here's why they're dog shit." And it's like,
man, he wasn't good at anything.
The perspective is like kind of weird. It's all like kind of like a little bit off, which are like fair criticism. I don't think he was like the worst artist to ever, grace human eyes. That would be
me.
Banksy, probably.
Faze Banksy. Yep.
The guy who did I don't know why, whenever I think of Banksy, I think of the one thing he did where it's like a big elaborate like golden picture frame, and there's like a painting inside of it, and it's like at an auction, and then it's like boom, sold to the man in the black hat in the back of the room with that weird mustache. And then like after the auction goes through, then like the painting like shreds and it like drops out the bottom of the picture frame. Have you seen what I'm talking about?
No, but that's crazy.
That's just the thing that I think about when I think of Banksy. I don't know why. He's done, I feel like, a lot more than that, but that's the only thing I can think of.
He's like the graffiti artist, right?
I think he used to do graffiti, but now it's more like modern art, kind of like political statements with no substance or whatever.
Oh, cool.
You know what I mean? So, like, I saw this circulating on Twitter recently where it was, like, 10 years ago when, like, the Israel-Palestine thing was... It's been around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was in Israel doing, like, some kind of, like, wall mural or something like that. And, like, his, like, tour guide was, like, talking to... like locals, being like, this guy fucking sucks.
This guy?
Yeah, like he does not have our best interest in mind. He's just trying to like, go for internet clout or whatever you got back
Which is so lame.
2010.
Yeah, I guess internet clout. The internet was still kind of chill in 2010 though.
It's like the opposite of Banksy. Like there's two paths, and it's like one of them is Banksy, and the other one is like what's his name, Keith Haring's. It's like the guy who does like the little stick figure graffiti in like New York subway. Yeah.
Oh, I think unfortunately he's passed away, hasn't he?
I think he has. Yeah.
I have a sweatshirt with his stuff on it. From my school.
I also have a sweatshirt with his stuff on it, but it's not from your school. It's from Uniqlo. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Jamie? Is he still alive?
He died in 1990.
Oh, that was like a while ago.
He was 31? Dude, what?
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't know that. I thought he was like an old guy.
No, he had AIDS. He died really, really young.
That's crazy.
Damn.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy, dude. Like, he accomplished so much, and he died when he was 31. Man,
yeah.
I've got nothing going on.
It is like that thing where it's like fucking Einstein did this by the age of 22. What are you doing with your life? Or whatever. And it's like,
Hey, I've still
shut
got
up.
like a year, man. We've still got a year.
But also it's like, shut up, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. I just...
Fuck, what does he know about anything?
Well... I think maybe, unfortunately, that would be the wrong person to make that statement about.
I think I could beat Einstein in a trivia game.
Yeah, probably.
In Trivia Crack, I'm ranked higher than him.
Yes.
And that's the only metric that matters.
But I also think, like, base, like, intelligence and, like, ability to adapt and learn new things, he's probably better than you. So if you gave him, like, a year or two in, like, the modern age and, like, taught him how to use a computer, I think that he would be probably addicted to porn, actually.
Yeah.
Months. That's what happens to all the great geniuses.
Do you
nowadays.
think Einstein would have
been...
Or he would
develop, like, a gambling addiction or, like, substance abuse or something.
Yeah, he just smokes a shit ton of weed.
Maybe.
He's like, this is good for you, no? Do you think Einstein would have been on the Epstein flight logs?
No.
Well, hey, brother, that's what they said about Stephen Hawking.
He was on the what?
Have you not seen this?
No fucking way. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious, Henry.
Did they release the flight logs?
No. So there's this
Lame.
older document that's been circulating where it's just like, it's not like the Epstein, this is the pedophile list flight logs. It's just like other ass flight logs, like normal, regular ass flight logs.
Yeah.
But for some reason they've been circulating because of the news recently, that these are the actual flight logs, but they're not. There's other flight logs that are going to be released later.
Do you think they'll actually get released?
There's like a court order to have them released.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so fucking awesome. I can't wait to see how many people whose lives are ruined.
Yeah, well, did you see there's that one gambling...
It's great, though, because they'll deserve it.
There's that one gambling website where they're putting bets on who's going to be on the flight logs. Which is, I think, why the internet was created.
That's so fucking awesome, man. That actually brings so much joy to my heart. I love that we can, at least as a people, despite how divided we are, we can at least all come together and be like, you know what, I'd fucking hate pedophiles.
Yeah, at least we can all come together.
I'm glad that we haven't stooped that low yet.
We could be like $20 on fucking Joe Biden, bro.
Do we think he's on there?
No, I don't.
Trump
think
is
so.
for sure.
Well, Trump is already confirmed on there. Yes. Trump has had, so like there was a phone book.
That's $100 to me.
There was a book that Jeffrey Epstein had of phone numbers for different clients. He had 40 different phone numbers for Trump, which is kind of crazy. One that anyone could go through that many phones, but also
what the fuck? Verizon loves this guy, dude.
Yeah, they're really getting their money's worth there.
Get me a new 5G.
5G.
I
say it's cancer, but really I know it's not, folks.
But really I know it's not.
I know it's not.
Pairing butt plug unpaired. Butt plug disconnected. Bluetooth not working. Bluetooth turned off. Turned back on Bluetooth. Taking out butt plug.
And I mean, there was also that
favorite Jay Schlatt bit.
Like Trump got sued is not he wasn't getting sued. It was like a criminal lawsuit of like, there was the one person who came out who was like, they're like, Trump raped me.
I want him
on
as my
Epstein
president.
Island, and Jeffrey Epstein was there. And also they
Too
were
bad he can't
12
testify.
or whatever. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Which, you know, maybe that story's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. But generally, I lie on the side of, you know, where there's enough Where there's a lot of smoke, there's usually a fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Typically. Or someone with just like a sick-ass weed pen. So either way, we're going to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so Stephen Hawking was on the flight logs. I don't know.
There's no way.
He was on there, man. So apparently,
but not on the real ones, right?
No, not on the real. Well, maybe we don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know.
That's so fucked up. I really hope not.
Did you see the headline where it was like the one Republican congressman who was like, the flight logs are delayed because...
You showed it to me.
Oh, I did. All right. Okay.
I think this would put a lot of my my coworkers.
Yeah, in the line of fire, so to speak.
That's so fucking.
Which is
funny,
crazy
dude.
that, like, you couldn't Chinese water torch me to say that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That's crazy.
I would die.
It's insane that people voted that guy anyway.
Hey, at least he came out and said it.
No, that's not at least. Well, I guess.
Yes, no, that's good.
I
that
understand.
People, no, I would rather know.
Yes, but
that's a respectable narc situation.
Okay, but that shouldn't be like they shouldn't have delayed it.
They should have delayed what?
They shouldn't have delayed releasing the flight logs because your colleagues would be revealed. Or compromised, I guess.
Okay, well then they should fucking be compromised. Yeah, no, I mean they should just release them. I think we should bring back like drawing and quartering.
I don't. Why are
like
you
as a
on
punishment?
This? I don't. As a
well,
punishment?
you know, it's kind of like the law of equivalent exchange. I feel like, you know, if you really think about it, like if you
is Sam
are
Bankman
a pedophile,
freed? He should be freed from jail, but he should have to house a U.S. soldier. That's what you're saying right now. That's what quartering is. Why are you going to Google? You're the one who brought this up.
Yeah, wait a minute. Okay, no, that's not what being drawn and quartered is.
That's what quartering is it not?
Yeah, that's what quartering is, but...
What's being drawn? That's like when
drawing
you do like one of those like nude model things, right?
No. Drawing and quartering was a punishment in England for the crime of treason. The full punishment for a traitor included several steps. First, the victim was drawn, that is, tied to a horse and dragged to the gallows. Okay. Then the victim was hanged, and finally the body was quartered, as in they cut it into quarters.
Into quarters.
That's crazy.
That is wild. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So when you said that, I was like, oh, so I'm just like stupid. But no, this is what I was thinking. Yeah, we should bring that back.
Is quartering not the thing where it's like the government used to be able...
No, that was...
The British government was like, you have to hold soldiers in your house now, or whatever. What was that?
Oh, it is called... Yeah, it's called quartering.
Yeah. I know what I'm talking about.
But I feel like you can't quarter someone after they've been hanged because they're dead.
Well, no, that would...
yeah, you're right, and I'm also right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a win-win. What a great situation.
I'll say it, I don't think we should bring that back.
All right, fine, maybe not. But I think it would be funny if we brought back like a little bit like sillier punishments for crimes, you know what I mean? Wouldn't it be hilarious if someone like came out, or not came out, that's a really bad way of phrasing that, but like so it information was released that someone was like a pedophile, and then we just like tarred and feathered them.
Oh, okay, sure.
Wouldn't that be sick?
I was thinking like, you know, where does Mr. Beast get all of his contestants? You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of like, the first people to Mars should be criminals. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, the chance that they die on Mars is way higher than the chance that they come back from Mars.
Yeah, and if they come back, then it's a win, and if they die, then it's like a
if they come back,
loss.
redeem themselves from whatever crime they committed.
I think it depends on how heavy of a crime you've committed. I think we got to talk about that.
Yeah, if you like murder someone, obviously we're not sending you to Mars. You don't deserve that. But
no, I think that we should. I think that that's a high enough crime to be sent. I don't think that like being caught with an ounce on you is like.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say it's got to be like armed, like Grand Theft Auto or something.
Yeah.
You know, because then it's like NASA's doing like some Black Mirror shit where they're like, we need someone who's strong and capable to go to Mars, and it's like you have to rob a car or something. I don't know.
He stole a Camry? No, he's out. Oh
no, he's out.
Bentley.
Yeah, you got to get away with some.
Oh, we'll get him.
A 2024 Mercedes Benz.
We need him. We need that one. Yeah.
We need that one. Get him.
Bring him up with us.
Yeah.
And they got to take Jeff Bezos because like he's already been. So.
Well, Jeff Bezos, I think we should do to him what. Do you know the scene in Dead Space 2 where there's like a needle and it has to go into the guy's eye, but if he moves his eye, then he dies? I think we should do that with Jeff Bezos, but Jeff Bezos will move his eye, I think. Can I say that? Am I allowed to say that?
You can definitely say it. I just don't know if I like agree. He's not like that bad. He's just.
I think he's that bad.
Is he though?
Yeah.
Do you really think so? I hope not.
I don't think.
Like he's not doing anything good with his money.
Yeah, and I think that's bad.
No, and I think that's bad. But, like, he's not causing too much bad, maybe.
He started Amazon. Amazon has caused a lot of bad for a lot of people.
It has put a lot of businesses out of business. So there's that. But it is very convenient, and their minimum wage is $16, which is like decent-ish.
This is a logical fallacy. You're doing an immoral thing, and then you're justifying it later. That's not correct. You can't do that.
I guess that's fair.
In my eyes.
So then people can just like never atone for their sins?
No. But that doesn't...
No, they can't.
You shouldn't do an immoral thing and then justify it later by doing a moral thing. Like if XQC, he took $100 million from Kick to stream on Kick. Even if he said that he was going to donate the $100 million to charity, I still think that's a bad thing because he's promoting a gambling site. And he's promoting all of the other shit that happens on Kick by being this kind of like brand ambassador, so to speak.
I don't know. I would think that that's fine, I think.
If he donated it to charity?
Yeah. Because it's taking the money that they had. Like, if they choose to spend their marketing budget on XQC, it's like, okay, then he takes that money and does something good with it. He's not gonna. But like, they weren't gonna do anything good with it, so
but as
him
a
taking
business,
it and doing something good.
As a business, they're spending $100 million. Like, they aren't spending money that they don't expect to get in return. So even if they're spending $100 million, they expect to get more than $100 million back in the, in XQC's part of the contract.
Right. I guess that's fair.
So it leads to a greater position for the gambling company, for Stake.com, which I don't think is good.
Damn.
And it's also fucked up because they're like trying to market to people who have no
vulnerable people
business being in the gambling industry.
Right.
Yeah. So I would disagree with you in that way.
No, maybe you're right. I might also disagree with me.
I have changed my opinion now because I heard evidence that disagrees with my opinion. No, that's brave, I think.
Persuaded. I'm not like a fucking idiot. I'm not right about everything.
Yeah.
I'm not right about most things. I'm fucking 20. I don't know a lot of things.
Anyway, this is all to say I think Jeff Bezos we should put a needle through his eye. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for listening to the Waste Management Podcast. Tune in next time. We are going to have Jim Carrey on the show. He's going to be here. We couldn't get him this week, unfortunately.
He was busy. But next week.
Next week for sure. Jim Carrey's going to be here. You're going to want to tune in.
It'll just be him. We'll just like be there, but he'll be the one doing most of the talking.
Yeah, he'll do most of it, obviously, because we're way out of his league. It's not even going to be fucking close. But tune in next week.